Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. It is Lenice. I appreciate you taking the time to watch live or the playback. Don't forget to follow, of course, at Lenice on all social media platforms. But I really want you to follow Talk That God Talk on Instagram. And how I came up with that, whenever I came up with that last year, sometimes it was because you know how when people say, and they haven't said it to me, maybe they know not to say it to me, but you know how people go, there they are talking that God talk again. They talking that God talk. And it came up with that, like, what's wrong with talking that God talk, right? So if you want to be inspired or encouraged, definitely follow that page on Instagram. All right, today I'm excited to talk about, and this was spur of the moment, as I told my guests. I said spur of the moment, but not, because God is purposeful. And Lord have mercy, He drops these ideas on me just like this all the time. And I just turn the camera on and respond. Happy Sunday, everybody. But this is the thing. If you're watching on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, love, whenever you're watching this is going to bless you, because we're talking about songs that can really uplift you and make your day. And sometimes songs have a way of doing just that. Quick story. 1988, I'm in the 11th grade. BB and CC Winans comes out. I have the cassette tape. That was the very first gospel cassette that I had ever purchased. And it was mainstream because they were playing it in Philadelphia on Power 99 FM. And they were playing Lost Without You and Addicted Love and all of that. And it just made me feel a certain way. It just really went through my body, and I got the tape. And I remember years later I told CC Winans this on Twitter, and she responded. So we know music has a way to uplift and motivate if that's what you choose to listen to. Now, there's nothing wrong with listening to all kinds of music if that's your choice, if that's what you want to do, perfectly fine. But when you're going through it or you're experiencing something, you want something that's going to uplift you and motivate you. So my guest and I, who is getting ready to come on, we're going to name, just off the dome, 10 songs that you can put on your playlist that might be on mine or hers already, that will uplift you and that will inspire you to get you through whatever kind of day you're having, or to prevent you from going through whatever type of day you're having. Because music can kind of, and it's not really the music per se, it's the lyric, it's the word, it's the combination, the production of all of it. And at the end of the day, it's the worship behind it. All right, my girl Sheila Dunbar, my spiritual cousin, my sis, my friend, and she's gonna come on. And let's just thank her for answering the call like this, like 15 minutes. You want to do a show about 15 minutes? She was like, okay. And here she is. I see her smiling back.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
Hey, girl. Hey.
You got that right. 15 minutes.
Man, and it wasn't even 15. It could have been 12.
I know. But you know what? You ask, and I'm here. Anything for you.
I appreciate that, because God just be downloading stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I want to be obedient to what He has said.
But we're supposed to be obedient, right?
Yeah.
So if God tells you to do something, you got to do it. And
Right.
I'm just happy that you asked me to be part of it, because I love music and I love gospel music.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm like, it
Me
definitely, girl, definitely.
Me too. And at first you like, it's the Super Bowl. We about to, and then you like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh my God. I'm supposed to go.
Right, because that's what everybody is doing, right?
Yeah.
So like the first, like if I go through songs, right, and I'm
Mhm.
looking, I have a playlist just for this, and
Yeah.
it's obviously it's more than 10. So maybe I can give, mine, you give some, and we can talk about
Mhm.
it. But what I think about is my one of my favorites outside of um trust in you. You did not create me to worry. But worship
Mhm.
daily. I think about Anthony Brown. You know that song, of course,
Yes,
right?
that I know Anthony Brown, yes.
And then he says, I'm gonna leave it all right here. And then he wants you
Yeah.
to worship and be like, help me sing it. like, like if you're not getting it, you need to help me
Yep,
sing it
that's
so you
right.
can do it.
You
And
can get it.
you can get it right.
That's
You did
right,
not
that's right.
create me to worry. You did not create me to fear. I'm gonna leave it
Yes,
all right here, meaning I'm giving it to God. So if
that's
everybody's
right.
going through anxiety fits and
That's what we
struggling
do.
with it because you worry, you give it to God, you take it back, you give it to God, you
Mhm.
take it to back. And I also think about my song with your name on it, with your name on it. What song is that?
Is that Tasha Cobbs?
No, I
Oh, wait,
probably
wait, wait.
sang it. I probably sound like Tasha Cobbs, I know, but not that. His name is Norman, I'll just say this sings it.
Norman Hutchison?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's kind of
I
the one
just
of
try I just
All
tried
right,
to
sing
sing the
it
little to give you.
again.
God's got a
Okay.
blessing, God's got a with your name on it.
You want it? Okay. Okay,
And
all right.
thank you for saying I sound like Tasha Leonard.
Stop, 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 stop.
Oh my god. So what song can you think about it? And I love me some Corinne Hawthorne.
You Mhm.
And I just love a lot of her songs. She's young, and I remember when I had my 50 and free party, my birthday party, and then cancer free. And
Mhm.
it was certain songs that I wanted them to play. And I remember going through that time, I was just playing Won't He Do It all the time.
Time.
All
Oh,
the time.
yeah,
And
yeah,
they played
yeah,
that
yeah.
and yes, and the DJ played it at my birthday, man. And I danced all night and just the words, and I just kept hearing it and hearing it and hearing it. And if you know the
It
words, it's
it just
just
resonated with
so
you.
man during
Yeah,
that
yeah,
time. And I
yeah.
still, every time I think about it. What about you? There's so many that we can name. I
I
can't even
you
possibly name them all.
One of my songs that I love is by Dwayne Woods, Let
Yes,
Go.
let go and let God. That's on my list, honey,
And
honey,
that song
honey,
has like a lot of times at night I will listen to when I go to bed at night and I have a lot of thoughts in my head and things going on.
man,
I'll put on my headphones and I'll listen to, my gospel
man.
music, and that's one of my songs that I have on repeat because it's like
Mine too.
and it's like, I couldn't
Mine
get to
too.
sleep at night, and
Yes,
it's like, oh,
and
that's the
he
song
sings
right
it
there.
straight.
He
The way
sings
that
it
he
straight,
sings it, it's not a whole lot of acrobatics. It's not a whole lot of vibrato.
and
He sings that
he
thing.
sings it.
My daughter and I love that song, and of course,
Yeah.
I would play it. And then now I love when I'm playing stuff, and then I hear her
Or
play
start playing
the
it.
stuff. Right.
Yeah.
And did you see when Fantasia and Danielle Brooks sang that live
Like,
on the morning? I was
yeah.
like,
Woo! Wasn't it? Oh
that
my
was
goodness.
powerful in itself
Yes,
because
yes.
of the platform, the message. Because do you remember, like back in the day, you couldn't talk about God and your love for God, and they would always say, "Don't talk about
Nope.
religion or
Yep.
politics. Keep it." So
Yep.
for them to be able to sing "Let Go and Let
Let
God"
God. Yes,
on
yes.
that, man, I was
Yes.
like,
Yep.
"What you talking about?"
And that resonates with me. I love that. And there was one that I
Mhm.
remember years ago. Um, I had been unemployed, and I was going for a job, and I really wanted this. I really needed this job, and I went on the interview, and I realized that it wasn't going to be the job that I needed the job, but it was not the job for me.
Mhm.
And I knew that when I left.
Mhm.
And it was like I felt like I was on my last leg. And
Mm.
as I'm driving home from the interview, I'm playing my gospel music, and I Rise, Come On by Yolanda Adams.
Ooh.
Do you know that song?
I
You know the
rise.
song, right?
I'm trying to think of
It's Still I
the
Rise by
lyrics.
Yolanda
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
Yolanda
the
Adams.
lyrics.
And she sings it. I'm shattered, but I'm not broken. Wounded,
Mhm.
but time will
Mm.
heal.
Mhm.
Heavy the load, the cross I bear.
Yeah.
And that's and that when I'm sing I, when I heard that, and I remember leaving the interview and the tears were coming down, and I'm like, still I rise. I'm like, I'm not gonna let this get to me. This is God telling me, Sheila, you don't worry about this. This was not for you. You have it. You got it. And those lyrics just lifted me, and I went home, and I remember, telling my husband, I said, you know what? That wasn't the job for me, but
Mhm.
I was feeling deflated when I left there. But you know what? God has something better for me. And I kid you not, maybe a week later was when I got the job where I was working at a huge fragrance company. So that's one of the songs that I keep on repeat. Still I Rise by Yolanda Adams. It's a beautiful song. And she just it's just uplifting because she's telling you, no matter what it is, you're
Yeah.
broken, but
Yeah.
you can still rise. God's gonna help you get to where you
Yeah.
need to be. You're wounded, broken, your heart is hurt. Don't worry about it. You will rise. The sun will rise another day. You will rise. You will get up, and you will go on to see another day. It just gives me chills when I think about it. But yeah,
When
that was
you
one of the.
said, man, because you're talking about Yolanda Adams, and I'm about to
Mhm,
cry. So a lot of people,
mhm.
even on my Facebook, know about how I feel about Open My Heart. And it was
Oh, yeah.
I have a story, Yolanda Adams story too, and we already know the battle's not yours, it's the Lord's by hers, just
Mhm,
really saying it. But Open My Heart, like, I'm I can only now, after 26 years, I can only now listen sometimes without crying. I was pregnant
really.
with my
Mhm,
youngest daughter,
mhm,
and I was going through some things at that time, and deciding what I was gonna do in my relationship. Was I leaving in my it was very a time, right? And I remember I'm
mhm,
pregnant and I was at work and Open My Heart came on, alone in the room. It's just me and you. I feel so lost because what am I going to do? Now, what if I choose the
mhm,
wrong thing to do? I'm so afraid of disappointing you. So I need to talk to you and ask you for your guidance, especially today when my work, man, because think about it.
woo,
Think about trying to decide what I was going to do, right? And I have life in my belly. So when
mhm.
you're inside and you're in your head and the song
Yeah.
was just pouring out of the radio with the thoughts. You know
Wow.
what I mean? And
Wow.
then
Yeah,
it's like, you
yeah.
know what? I'm not making that choice. I'm opening my heart to you. And I'm
Mm,
asking for your guidance, especially today. Man, and like I said, my daughter is a teacher. She just turned 25. You know what I mean? And I look
yeah, yeah.
at her and just how beautifully and how, just well adjusted and beautiful She is, and I was just like, I remember, not going through it with her, but trying to decide,
Yeah. Yeah.
what steps you want to make for, whatever reasons. And there are a lot of people that are faced with certain things, right? And you're trying to kind of figure it out and you're praying. So the song is almost like giving you the words to
The
you.
words. Because it is as if I remember, it was a prayer. Was it, didn't
Yes.
she originally
It's
say it was a prayer that you yeah.
Yes, and then it's
Mhm.
saying, "Guide me until I'm
Yeah.
sure." So, that means don't make a move,
Mhm.
right?
That's right.
Until God until I'm sure. I open my heart, my hopes and dreams, it goes on and on. Open your heart, and it's don't make a move without hearing from God.
Well, from God. That's right. That's
And just
right.
that alone, when you're like in your head, well, what should I do? Should I? Should I not? Should I not? And then the song comes on, like God speaking, like, don't make a move. It's just
Move.
me and you. Like, no matter
That's
who's in
right.
here, it's just me and you.
That's right.
I don't think my strength's gonna last. So I'm crying out to you, crying out to you, Lord. I know that you are the
Mm.
only one who is able to pull me through. So
Me
I
through
need to talk to you to ask you for your guide.
for
If
your
that ain't no
guidance.
directive, that's a
Yes. Yes.
directive.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
directive,
wow.
and that's what
Yeah. Yeah.
sometimes music and gospel and, some say gospel, inspirational, Christian, whatever
Mhm.
you call it, that's what that music with a message will do, especially when we're talking about God. So it's
And
interesting that
it's
you have a Yolanda Adams story and I have one.
what about and Juanita Byam? I don't mind waiting. You know that?
Mm.
And,
I don't
that's
know
another
all
one.
the words to that.
It's just I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting on you, Lord. That's the entire song. And she just sings
Wow.
it. And Juanita Bynum has this strong, powerful voice,
Yes.
and the way and it's just that's what we do. We don't we if we have that much, if we have faith, if we say we're Christians and we have faith in God, and we believe in the things that He's going to do for us, we don't mind waiting. We don't mind waiting on the goodness that He's going to give to us, right?
Yeah.
We don't mind waiting on the blessings that He's gonna besiege on us
Yeah.
and give us. And that's what she's saying. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. I love that song because it's
I have
just
to listen to
the
that.
entire song. It's a really beautiful song, and the way she sings it, and she has Jonathan, the guitar,
McReynolds?
Jonathan Butler.
Oh,
He comes in,
Jonathan
yeah,
Butler, old
yeah,
school.
he comes in.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, he comes in and he sings it. But it's just I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting on you, Lord.
Yeah.
And it's really powerful the way she sings it. There's a few Break Every Chain.
I was thinking that. Break Every Chain.
Yeah, Break Every
Anything by
Chain.
Kirk Franklin, for real. Like,
Yeah.
if you wanna be for real, anything by Kirk Franklin, anything by Mary Mary or Erica
Yes.
Campbell, certain
Yes.
man,
Yes.
anything. Thank You from Mary Mary, like, our every birthday, I play it throughout, but every birthday, like, that is my go-to
Hmm.
song. Thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Like, that's worshiping,
Yeah.
that's praising. Like, if it weren't for you, this, so
Hmm. That's
anything
right.
obviously by them. Even Michelle Williams, y'all know from Destiny's Child, but she had number one gospel album, Purpose in the Storm.
I don't really know. I
You
don't
have
really
to
listen.
listen.
Really? Okay.
Okay, so just listen to the words purpose in the storm.
Hmm.
Just listen to that part alone, just think about that. When so many
Purpose
people
in
are
the storm.
going through the
Yeah.
storm
Yeah.
and you think it's just the storm, and you
Mm.
think I'm gonna try to pull up the lyrics for that, but you think it's just the storm, and people don't understand sometimes, and you need the comfort to know, uh, that there's purpose in whatever you're going through. at that moment.
Hmm.
And so many people are going through it. I'm gonna try to pull up the words.
It's Michelle Williams.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay, let's see. You can make it. Stop complaining. There's purpose for your life. Mama, where you going? It's going to be all right. He'll never put more on you that you can bear. It's temporary. It's going to get better. Yes, it will. There is a light that's shining, and soon the dawn will come. You'll find your purpose in your storm. Soon you'll discover peace like a river when the rain clouds form. You'll find your purpose in the storm. Mark my words, keep on living. I must have heard this 1,000 times. Daddy told me things will happen. Go ahead and cry. Whoever said it would be easy, walking the street called life, you can make it, you'll survive. Yes, you will. There is light that's shining, and soon the dawn will come. You'll find a purpose in the storm. Soon you'll discover peace like a river when the clouds form. You'll find purpose in the storm. It's,
Hmm.
it's not a long song, and her voice, how her voice
Yeah.
sounds is already soothing. You could probably picture that. But just, you know, when you think
I have to
about,
I have to I have to download that and listen
yeah,
to it.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's
That
just
sounds good.
it's just so many that we can sit here and name. Never would have made it. Come on now.
Come
If
on.
that ain't
That
worship,
that's it right there. That's it right there.
man,
I
man,
that's it
oh
right
man.
there. Anything Donald Lawrence. I love Donald Lawrence.
The Gift is one of my
Seasons,
favorite
The
songs.
Gift,
And
yes.
Healed, what about Healed?
Healed, Seasons. Have you heard Seasons? I
No,
mean,
I have to.
he
How does that
oh,
go?
it's like uh oh, I feel seasons everywhere. Oh, I see. I'm singing out of tune now, and I feel blessings in the air. These seasons. I'm just gonna read the words because I love
I
this
may have
song.
heard it before,
I
but
feel
I like
seasons
Donald
everywhere.
Lawrence.
I feel blessings in the air. These seeds that you've sown, it's time to come into your own seasons. Walk into your season. I know that you've invested a lot. The return has been slow. You throw up your hands and say, I give up. I just can't take it anymore. But I hear the Spirit saying that it's your time. The wait is over. It's your time. The wait is over. It's a beautiful song. You have to listen to it
I'm
because
gonna
he's
listen.
talking about walking into your season and how people again you say you want to give up, but don't give up because you're walking into your season. God is saying this is your time. This is your season. It's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful
Oh, I
song.
need to listen to that one. And
Yeah,
it's because
yeah.
it's so many. Now,
I
if I want to
know.
get hyped, that Blessings on Blessings, that Anthony Brown remix. Have you heard the remix? The
I don't think
B.O.B.
I heard the
remix?
remix. I don't think I heard the
Man,
remix.
you work out to that, and Imma tell you, work
Really.
out to that. I have worked out to that, and it's like, listen, it's like a go-go, it's off the chain, we can say that. It's the Blessings on Blessings remix.
Hmm.
It's called, like, the B.O.B. I think it's the B.O.B. remix, like Blessings on
Yeah.
Blessings.
Hmm.
You gotta listen to that, and then I know Byron Cage, Bless the Lord,
Oh, yes,
that.
definitely.
They
Um,
don't know. Come
well,
on. Only the Lord can. That right there, when I be like, they don't know because they weren't there. When he says that, it's like you don't know what people
mm-mm-mm.
are going through
Yeah,
and what God has
that's
brought
right.
you from. Like they don't know because they weren't there.
Yeah.
And
Woof,
that's
woof.
somebody now going through something and
Hmm.
people like, oh, well, like, no, you don't know because you weren't
You.
there how God brought me. Like somebody in a
That's
hospital
right.
bed, you don't know. And I think about, when I had cancer, like, you don't know because you weren't there. Not saying that you
Right.
weren't around, but until you hear those words, like, you don't know.
You don't know.
You
That's right.
don't
That's
know.
right. You don't know.
You don't
Ooh,
know
girl,
what
that's
somebody
good.
goes through. 'Cause girl, because somebody you can empathize and sympathize and have compassion, but
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
don't know because you weren't there. Like you weren't there at night when I was wondering if I was going to make it. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But God was
Yep,
there.
yep. That's right.
Man,
Woo!
that
Girl.
song will get that song, man. It's so many. And of course we did more than 10. But
Did we?
anything that you want to add, I don't know.
Did
I ain't
we?
keeping track.
I don't know. I'm like, wait a second. I don't think we did
Have
10.
we?
But
Okay, well,
I
let's
don't
keep
know.
going.
But
I'm
but
trying to
but
respect your time now.
what about oh my goodness, I just had the song. Oh, what is the song?
I'm gonna give you an old one while you thinking about it.
Blessing
Trinity
of the
five
Lord is.
seven.
Oh,
Oh,
you know the song.
it feeling in the atmosphere.
It's feeling in the
The
yes.
atmosphere.
Feeling in
Blessed
the
of the
atmosphere.
Lord is here.
Oh,
Right.
here. Oh, what's the name of
Yeah.
that song? Oh my
I
goodness.
know it's on my playlist too. I'm trying to think the name of the
Yeah,
blessing
because
of the Lord
there's
is here.
so many that I listen to, and you're right. When I work out, I'm the presence of the Lord is here. That's the name
Yeah.
of the song.
Yeah. Oh,
That's the
okay.
name of the
Yeah.
song.
The presence of
Yeah,
the
the
Lord
presence
is
of the
here.
presence of the Lord is here. You feel
Yes.
it in the atmosphere.
And feel it in the atmosphere. Feel it in the
Oh my
atmosphere.
goodness.
And it's
Yeah,
when you
that
think about, because I'm thinking about like I said, anything Kirk Franklin, he's all over here.
yeah.
When you think
He's
about He Reigns, or what about Fred Hammond? Fred Hammond, come on.
come on.
Blessed
No
in the
weapon.
city. No
No,
bless
it's
man.
everything. There's
Everything.
nothing. Yeah.
Everything. Everything.
You're right. Blessed in the city. You got no weapon.
No
There's
weapon,
another one.
man.
Jesus build a fence.
Everything.
I mean everything.
Everything.
You know.
Everything.
There was
I'm
another
looking
one,
at
but there's
and
so
okay, I have
many.
a one that, people may not know, but I was going through life, and um I was finally able to breathe. I
Hmm.
got in the car, turned on XM radio, and the song by Mervyn Mayo, who people don't even know who he is, because I didn't even know the song until I heard it, and I cannot stop listening. It's called God Did It. Who can change your mind? And the way that he sings it, again, straight. And it's called God
Hmm.
Did It. So if that's not on your playlist, everybody and you, Sheila, put that on. God Did It.
God
It's
did it.
Mervyn Mayo. And it's such a happy, thankful song. It's just talking about I wish,
Oh,
because I'll get, I can't play it on. I wish I could play snippets of the song, but you already know we can't do
you
that.
can't. Yeah, you
But
can't. You can't.
just Marvin Sapp, we talked about him, but thank you
Yeah.
for it all.
Yeah.
That right
Jonathan
there,
McReynolds.
Jonathan McReynolds. Yes.
Yes,
Thank
Cycles. Oh, I love
Oh, yes.
that's I love that song. Cycles,
Yes.
didn't I conquer this last year? I love tell me
Mm,
what I missed because I fear that it's coming back up again. This must be something I hate. Some songs, some shows, some hate. The devil wants to extend the game, free throws. And when he ends, he wants to make the sequel. Because if he has another chance, he feels like he can take my joy, my peace, my faith.
ooh,
See the devil, he learns from your
ooh,
mistakes. Even
ooh.
if you don't, that's how he keeps you in cycles, and I'm oof. Then
That's
Doe
so
comes
ooh,
in and
that
sings
right
with
there.
him.
Who?
It's
Doe?
Doe. I don't yeah. Oh,
Now
that's a
I love
beautiful.
Doe is my favorite. Doe holds
Yeah.
a place in my heart, and I was gonna bring up Doe
Mm-hmm.
because Doe has a place in my heart that will never be taken away. When I first started doing interviews for Sheen magazine, she was my very first one some years ago.
Really?
And I love Doe. And that her whole body of work, not talking about when I pray. I mean, I can when I pray,
Yeah.
but
When I pray. Ooh, yeah.
it's so many. Brighter is one of my favorite all-time songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
shining.
Yeah.
If you ever, I don't know if you guys know Brighter by Doe, Doe. You gotta listen to that and listen to the words of that. But I also think about what was I going to name? I just had it up. Oh, it's a newer song and it's by a woman named Tyrion, and it's called Big God. So in case you forget or in case you think he can't do it, in
I
case you
think,
think
yeah,
that you're
I think,
alone, in case that you think that, just in case you forget you whose you are, it's called Big God.
yeah,
But it's
I have that on my
man,
playlist
and
too. Yes.
it's good. But
It is,
even Dorinda
yes.
Clark Cole, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Dorinda Clark Cole, He Brought Me. And if you
Mhm.
listen to that and her sing that live, oh my gosh, it will take you to your knees, because anybody that has experienced life or been through life, whatever it is, in sickness and in health, different things like Sheila was talking about, not getting the job and maybe unemployed. I'm talking about cancer or deciding what you want to do with your life.
Mhm.
What's the next step? You're at a juncture, whatever it is, whether to get married, whether to get divorced, whether to end a friendship, whether to, if somebody's out there, let's keep it real, thinking about if
That's
they don't want
right.
to be here no more, right?
That's right. That's
Somebody
right.
thinking about whether they can have children or they can't have whatever it is, let's keep it real, because it's people that you see every day. You don't know if they feel like that's their last day. You don't know.
That's right. That's right. That's
You
right.
just don't know what people are
Going
going
through.
through. You know what I'm saying? Just because they look like they smell good and look good,
And they dealing with a lot. People are dealing with a lot, and and
yep.
and, and they don't realize. And like you said,
But it's so many.
oh, yeah, you have it together. Oh, look at
Yep.
that person. That person has it
People
together.
will
When they go
inbox
home, they break
you
it apart.
and say what they're dealing with. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Yep.
I was reading
Crying
today.
themselves to sleep.
Yeah, yeah, and
Because I'll
and
see people and they might inbox you and say, no, go ahead.
no, I go ahead.
What were you
Well,
saying,
oh
Sheila?
no, I was just saying that there are
No, I was
people.
just saying you just don't know. You just don't know what people are going through. And sometimes people don't have nobody, but they have music and they have the lyrics.
Yeah, and gospel music, will lift you up. It will lift you up.
Yep.
I feel like there is a
Yep.
song
All right.
for every uh trial
Mhm.
or tribulation that you're going through. You can find a gospel song that's going to bring you out of that, or bring you through it, or help
Yep.
you get through it.
Yep.
I know that,
Yep.
because I'm telling you, there are times I lay in that bed, and my husband's like, "Well, are you okay?" I'm like,
Yep.
"Yeah, I just need to listen to some gospel and just get my mind,
Yep.
to a certain place." And it
Yep.
does. It does. And
Yep.
but
Yep.
yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So this was good. Well, we have given ourselves and the people. You introduced me to a new song. I introduced you to a new song,
It
and
was
hopefully
yes.
we reminded people of songs that they know that they haven't heard. One of my old time favorite was Trinity 5-7 is by God's grace. Remember that?
Yes, yes. That's on my playlist too. We
That's
got
an
we got a
old
lot of the
school.
same.
Yeah.
It is. It is. It definitely is. But it's a good
That's
one.
an
It's a
old
good
school
one.
one, but
Yeah,
it's a good one. It
that's
is
right.
a good one. And what about Travis Green, Made a Way? That's one of my daughter's favorite songs. You made a way. You didn't have to,
Yeah.
but you did it. Come on. He
Anyway,
made a
that's right.
way.
He made a way.
Come on. Come
Um,
on. And it's
there's
just
even
so
one
many.
um by the Sunday service called Father I Stretch. That's one of the ones
Oh, I
I
don't know.
work out to. It's like 6 minutes. And it's a beautiful
Oh, I
song.
don't
It's
know
Father
that
I
one.
Stretch My Hand. It's by Sunday service. Um
Is it
and it's
fast?
really it's fast. It starts off slow, and then it's fast. And he's just talking about how he's stretching his hands out to his father, to God. He gives everything to God. It's a beautiful song, but it's fast. It's more
So
praise,
you
you
need to
know.
play Anthony Brown after that, then play Anthony Brown,
Yes.
Blessings on Blessings
Yes.
remix. Play that after that. You're gonna be fired
I'm
up.
telling you, girl.
You're gonna be
I
like, you're
can't
gonna
wait
be
to get in the
shaking and
gym
moving.
tomorrow. I
Right,
can't wait to
right.
get
You're
in it
gonna be
tomorrow and
hurting.
start.
Right, right. But
Wow,
it's so
yeah.
funny because Jacqueline Carr, I had the pleasure last year, and Colon Cancer Awareness Month is coming up
Mhm.
again in March. And I pray that I'm on a lot of shows promoting, promoting advocacy on colon cancer. But I was on Jacqueline Carr's radio show last year talking
Mhm.
about colon cancer awareness, and we had a great conversation. And when I tell you, and I her song Bigger, when he
Yeah.
says bigger
Yeah.
than cancer, Jesus, when he
Yeah.
says
Yeah.
that, like no
Yeah.
matter what we going, she's like no bigger than diabetes. And when she says bigger than cancer, like it just overwhelms me because
Yeah.
I'm still
Yeah.
here.
That's
So
right.
my God was
Praise God. Thank you,
bigger
God.
than
Yeah.
cancer.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
He
It's
is.
just
He
like
is.
power. Oh yes,
He
Charles.
is.
Charles says Donnie McClurkin, stand.
Stand. Yes. Yes.
Stand.
Speak.
Whoo,
Oof.
that's one. That's one. I mean, when you think about stand, you know what? I'm about to read those lyrics because that's a powerful one too. And then also, man, but "Speak to My Heart" by Donnie McClurkin too.
Yeah, I was gonna say
And
that.
we're
That's
talking
another
about
one. Yeah.
that's my and Faith Evans did it on one of the gospel shows on BET. It's
Mhm.
on YouTube. If you find it, I'm telling you, it's going to bless your entire life.
Faith Evans did it?
And I will listen. Yes, and I will listen since that year, maybe 10, 15 years ago. I listened to that
Mhm.
quite often. And she, when I tell you, she tears that song down, tears it up, tears it to the side. I'm going to read stands. When you've done all you can do, just stand. And then that choir's like, stand. I'm
Stand.
like, whoo. All right, so let me let me let me read the lyrics. So, what do you do when you've done all you can? It seems like it's never enough. What do you say when your friends turn away? You're
Mm.
all alone. Tell me,
Yes.
what do you give when you've given whew, your
Ooh.
all and it seems
Oh,
like you can't make
you
it through?
can't.
Well,
Mm-mm-mm.
just stand when there's nothing left to
Nothing
do.
left to do. That's
Just
right.
stand,
Ooh.
watch the Lord see you through. Yes, after you've done all you can do. Tell me, how do you handle the guilt of your past? Tell me, how do you deal with the shame? And how can you smile while your heart has been broken and filled with
With
pain?
pain.
And then he says it again, filled with pain. Like if you didn't hear it the
Yeah, the
first
first
time,
time.
tell me. Right. Filled
Yeah.
with pain, filled
Yeah.
with pain. Tell me, what do
Yeah.
you give when you've given your all? Seems like you can't make it through. He says, child, you just
Mm.
stand when there's
Stand.
nothing left to do. And
Yes.
sometimes, how many
Ooh.
times you just that
Yep.
you just stand like there's nothing else
Nothing
you can
else to
do.
do. Yep.
That's when you've done
Ooh.
all you can. That's when God steps in and say, okay, you done yet?
You
You
finish?
finished.
You finish?
You
Because
finished trying to do all that little,
now let me
all that
come
little
in and
cute
do what
stuff.
I know what I'm supposed to do. You trying to
Right.
take over, but let me do my
Right.
job.
Right. You finish all that little cute stuff you trying to do. Let
Oh
me
my
just stand for a second
Yeah,
and let
yeah.
me do what I do. This is what I
That's
got. Is
right.
like, this is what I
That's right.
do.
Yeah, yeah,
And when
yeah.
you think, but man, oh man, but definitely if you guys have not checked out, and you'll see me in the comments, and I laugh because the first comment I ever made, or one of the comments, was like 10 years ago. Then you see me in there like 3 years ago. I'm telling you, I go to that video often. Faith Evans, she started in the church. If you don't know,
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
Jersey. And when she was a little girl, and when Whitney Houston was a little girl, they used to be in churches in Newark, New Jersey. This little girl over here singing her face off, this little girl singing her face off over here. And it
Mhm.
was young Whitney Houston and young Faith Evans. And her voice is already buttery. Y'all know what Faith Evans' voice sounds like.
Yeah, yeah.
And she does speak to my heart, and she forgets where she is. She zones out and she's turning, and man, that will bless your life. I'm telling you, every so often I go
Oh,
back.
I have to go check that out.
Man, because I don't know if you remember, BET used to have like the gospel. They had like the gospel artists. They had I guess secular artists singing gospel. They would have that whole show, and it was hosted by Steve Harvey. Um, but man, I
Hmm.
think I'm gonna watch that again after I leave this video. But there's so many songs that can really uplift you. And
Yeah.
sometimes I've heard people say, I don't know how to pray, right? I
Hmm.
don't know what to ask God for. I don't know how to ask. How am I sure if God sees me, hears me? What do I do? And sometimes a lot of the songs, when you're repeating them, you're
That's right.
worshiping
You're
and you're in
worshiping.
prayer and
Hmm.
not even
Yeah.
knowing it.
Yeah.
So don't just hum them, like speak them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speak those songs, because that's really what it is. You got the floor, my dear. Any other song you want to add? Because I'm
Uh,
respecting your time.
oh, oh, we done went over the time now. We done went over. That's okay
Look,
though, because I
was
can.
trying to end look, I was trying to end earlier when I said, "Okay, we got the 10 songs," and here you go. We didn't do 10, so it's your fault, sis.
Okay, well, what about? Okay, we're gonna go back to Anthony Brown. What about Worth?
Oh, yes.
Right?
So it's certain people that you can put on any song that they have,
Yeah.
and you know that you're going to be blessed. And
Yeah.
he is one of them.
And it was funny
Charles,
because
I'm
one
telling you, you gotta play that in the gym. Play
Worth.
Lessons on Blessings,
Oh,
the
okay.
remix. Play that, Anthony Brown. It's going to change that
Yeah.
atmosphere in that gym. Trust me. That thing is good.
Yeah. Well, there are so many people that the he's one of them that I have on repeat. Um, Definitely. I remember one day I was going into the elevator, and one of the ladies, she had it on a phone. I'm like, who is that? She's like, oh, that's Anthony Brown. And I'm like, oh, as soon as I got to my office, I Googled it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh my God, I love that song. The way he sings it,
Mhm.
and I mean, are you familiar with it? I'm gonna get the words myself because
Yeah,
you know,
pull
you
them out.
you know,
I'm not
you know,
sure if that's what's the name of that
it's
song?
worth. It's you thought I was worth saving, so you
Oh,
came and
yes!
changed my life. You
Yes,
thought I
yes,
was
yes.
worth keeping, so you cleaned
Yeah,
me up inside.
yeah. I know it.
You thought I was to die for, so you sacrificed your life. So I could be free, so I could be whole, so I could tell everyone I know. I love that
I know
just
exactly.
like
That's a beautiful song.
right. So
That's
I
a
could be
beautiful
free. It
song.
is. It's just
That's a
oh my
beautiful song.
goodness. It is. It is. It's and there's like I said before, and you said it, there are so many songs
Man,
that
we
can
could do
get you
this
through
show
so
all day.
many.
I'm thinking about Tamala Mann.
Okay.
Tamala Mann, Change Me. I don't
Hmm.
know if you guys have heard that, but you already know how Tamala Mann can bless you.
Yeah.
Just coming to the mic with just flat
Mm-hmm.
footed. She didn't got to do much, but open her mouth. Change Me. Whew,
Hmm.
that's a good one. That's a
I don't
good
think I've
one.
heard that. I have to look.
And we
I have to
talked about
listen to
Donnie
that.
McClurkin. Yeah, listen to
Mm-hmm.
Change Me. That's gonna bless
Mm-hmm.
you.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Donnie McClurkin. I'm looking at my playlist. I Need You. Do you
Hmm.
know that one by him? That's a
I don't
powerful one
know.
too.
I don't know. I need you. I have to
You've
probably.
heard it because it's
I'm
kind
gonna
of slow
see.
and it kind of you can really hear like his voice. You know how he sings, but you can it's very crisp in that
Mm-hmm.
song. That's a good one.
Hmm.
That's a good one.
James Fortune, I believe.
A lot of James Fortune.
Yes, yes, yes. A lot. I mean, my playlist goes on and on and
Mine
on and
too.
on and on.
Look,
And
Look, have you ever responded with a song lyric? Like if somebody be like, "I don't know, there's something about you." I've definitely said, "It's the God in
It's
me.
in me.
Hey, it's the
It's
God in me. Hey."
the
I have,
yes.
because look, at school, some of the they'd be like, "I don't know why the kids," or and people be like, sometimes I've had, even friends be like, "Well, I've
Mhm.
never shared," one of my friends, and even how we talk, you remember you shared something with me, for instance. You were like, "I never shared this with anybody."
Mhm.
You was like, I don't know why, I share it with you. You've heard that before when people say,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't. People have said that to me often, and I remember you said that. And what you say to me, it will always be sacred. It will never go past me.
Mhm.
But really, it's the God in us. When people be like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's something about you, or it's something.
Mhm.
That's what they're seeing, because you really shouldn't have to tell everybody, hey, I'm a believer. Look
That's
at me.
right.
Oh, hey, I
Yeah.
believe. They should be able to see
That's
that
right.
and how
That's
you
right.
walk and how you move and how you are. And if they don't, then put on Tamala Man Change Me so they can see it.
Like you see,
Because he
that's
made a
for
way.
sure.
He didn't have to do it,
Yeah.
but he did it.
Yeah.
Travis Green, right?
That's right. That's right.
Man,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah.
And I like even fun stuff when I think about, I always got a fact of Bobby Brown in it. Don't judge me. I
Oh
always
yeah.
got the fact of Bobby Brown in it. But from the Preacher's Wife soundtrack with Whitney Houston,
Oh well, that's
somebody
my girl.
bigger, somebody bigger than you and I. Whitney Houston is in it. Bobby Brown is in it. Faith
Mhm.
Evans is in it. Johnny Gill is in it. Monica is in it. And that's somebody bigger. Do you know that one?
No, from the
Somebody
preachers.
bigger, somebody bigger than you and
No,
I. My God is man, that is you gotta now, I don't even
from
in
the
the
preacher's
gospel.
wife. Wait,
Oh
the
no,
preacher's wife.
even in the gospel realm, I find a way to put Bobby Brown in it. But yes, it's a gospel song. Kevin said, "Oh, she's singing." But Kevin, do you know somebody bigger? Somebody bigger than
I've
you.
never heard.
And
I don't know that
my
one.
God, it's yes. I mean, that song, I when that Preacher's Wife soundtrack came out, which was the number one gospel,
Mhm.
um, number one gospel album in the country, and still to this date, to now, it has the highest amount of, I think sales. They said that altogether, right? And that somebody bigger, my kids when they were little, they used to love that. I would play that all the time. You need to
Let me
put
see
that
it.
with the B.O.B. You need the Blessing on Blessing remix. You need to put that.
I'm
Or
putting. I'm gonna put that right now. I'm gonna put that right now on my
man,
list.
like they say, thank me later, because I'm telling you, you got to send me the couple that I didn't know also. And
Yeah.
we can really, if you want to go to the staple singers, I take you there.
There.
Lo- Lo-
Yes.
yeah, and
That's
then BB and C. Remember BB and CC? I think I was in
CC.
high school with BB and
Yeah.
CC and the staple
Yeah.
singers singing "I Take You There," and he said, "Lord have mercy, I take you
You
there."
there? Well, I don't know where I was. I don't even say where I was. I don't know where I was, but I remember. I definitely remember them.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
but even who was the other one? There was another one. I just
See,
ran
Imma
across
just say,
on
y'all hear
here.
her still talking right, so she can't blame me for continuing on this, 'cause she's still
uh,
talking right. I just want y'all to witness, okay?
praise is what I do.
Look, I'm
Praise is what
oh,
I do when I
oh,
want to get close to you. Oh, I'm not gonna
yes.
sing because yeah,
And
I'm not gonna
what about
sing.
total praise?
Total
Total praise.
praise. Yes. Richard
Be
Smallwood.
encouraged.
Yes.
Let me tell you
Encour-
something about be encouraged. I moved to Maryland in '94,
Mhm.
and Imma really date myself. I was going to had moved here. I was working at this company, right? And I
Mhm.
used to go in like 4 o'clock, right? Get off at 1 in the morning.
Mhm.
And I remember one time Be Encouraged came on the radio. And when I tell you I almost swerved, I was like, I think it was William Beckton's version. I was like,
Hmm.
what now? That song, y'all know about Be Encouraged. That's the old school one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
know it. Y'all know it.
Hmm.
Look. If I tell you where this little part time job, because I was in college too at this time, I had gone back. Um, and if I tell you where I was working, you're gonna be like, "Dang!" Look, the young kids gonna be like, "Where it was?" I'm gonna tell you right now. It was MCI. You remember long distance MCI?
Yes.
That's where it was. That's where it was. Why did
Wow.
I ran into somebody a couple of weeks ago. We were like, "I know you." I was like, "I know you."
Yeah, yeah.
Supervisor at MCI. Oh, me too. And it was MCI, honey. We ran down. You know how you be like, you know somebody, you run down the list. I ran down the list. And I was like,
It's-
MCI. She was
Is
like,
that
yes.
even still in business? Is that
Heck
company still?
no. And
No,
we
I
were
didn't.
talking about how, man, we performed so well. They would put us
Yeah.
up in the Ritz Carlton, honey. We would have all kind of, they did us right back then. They did us right.
Wow.
But
Wow.
yes, yes,
Woo.
yes, yes. So it ain't no such thing as long distance service. This is the 90s.
They-
This was the 90s. Or Hezekiah Walker.
I
It
was just
will
gonna
get
say that.
better.
Right?
It will get
Oh, woo.
better. And all of Hezekiah Walker will now he'll get you all the way crunk.
Mm.
Hezekiah. And what about, and I have to say,
Kirk Crump.
Jonathan Nelson, Expect the Great. Now, I love me some Jonathan
Mm-hmm.
Nelson. I remember we worked together and he's from Baltimore, him and his
Mm-hmm.
brother Jason. So his brother Jason Shifting the Atmosphere. That's a good song. If y'all don't know that, they're
Yes.
twins.
I
And
didn't
then
know they were
Jonathan,
bro. I didn't.
they're twins.
I thought that was I thought it was the same person.
No,
I
it's
didn't realize.
Jason Nelson and Jonathan Nelson. And Jonathan Nelson, he and I worked together when I was um like what year was that? I don't know, but we used to have great conversations and I didn't know, like when we would talk, we were very close friends and we would
Mm-hmm.
always talk and stuff. He was very cool and we were like brother and sister. But had no idea about his affiliation with the church. Like I had no, and this was way
Mm-hmm.
before. This was like long time ago, right? Um but when I hear his songs and I just like smile, like, wow, but Expect the Great, if that's not affirming, if that's not speaking
Mm.
things into existence, expect the
Yeah.
great. Like, expect it. Like, not worry about if you deserve it, not
You
worrying
just. That's
about if
right.
you have everything lined up to be able to have the great. Expect the great.
That's right.
And here's a
That's
singer
right.
chiming in, Reba. She said music and lyrics can help heal the hearer and the performer. Absolutely.
That's
So she's
right.
saying she's a singer. So you're saying that it not only helps us listening, but it helps heal you by singing it. That's a powerful way to look at it. What you think,
Wow.
Sheila? I didn't
Yeah, it
even think about
is. I didn't.
that
I never thought that. I didn't
because
think about. I thought. I guess.
that's because
Yeah.
we ain't singers.
It's. Oh, right. Well, speak for yourself. I think. No, I'm
Now
joking.
I done been in choirs. Now
I
I
know.
can sing with
I
the
know.
best of them. Look, with the best of them,
With the best. I
with
know.
the best of them. Right.
Everybody gets in the church choir.
Right, but you don't want to sing. My mom used to do the joke where you sing, you can sing solo, and then you'd be like, yeah, she'd be like, solo that they can't hear you.
Oh my goodness, that's so.
Yeah. But I didn't think
But
about that, Reba. You're
wow,
absolutely right. So
that
music and
that
lyrics,
makes a lot of.
and as a writer, like I have been writing my whole life. I don't remember
Mm-hmm,
ever not writing. And I have a
mm-hmm,
song called It's You. And it's a gospel, it's inspirational song. And Queen P sang it for me. Some of you guys still have it. Um, it was on Apple Music and all of that, but it's called It's You.
mm-hmm,
And they played that at my 50 and free birthday, and that gives me the chill. I wrote that song. That song was so in me that I wrote that song mentally in the car on my way to work. And I couldn't wait to get down and type it.
Wow.
Went to the recording studio. She recorded because, again, I don't sing. At the end, I go, "Thank you, God." That was my contribution other than the words because I
No.
don't sing. But
Mhm.
it's basically about it's you. So you remember those times where you drove home and you might have been sleepy, you don't remember turning on your street? That was you. It just
Mhm.
gives you a count of all, like, that was you. It's called It's You. And
Mm.
it's it's a powerful song, and I'm not saying that just because I wrote it. It's because God goes through me. Like, I can write so easily that I'm not
Mhm.
dumb enough to think it's me. It's God working
Yeah.
through me. You know,
Excuse me.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm an incredible woman that can do a lot of things, but
Mhm.
not without God. You get what I'm saying?
That's right. That's we
So
got to give him the glory.
absolutely, because if I write a song this quick, I'm not I'm not, like I said, I'm very wise. I understand clearly where my gifts come from,
Yeah.
and I'm not that
Yeah.
powerful by myself. You know what I
Right.
mean? But when you think about, wow,
But
different things like that.
but that's true because if you're if you're going through as someone who's performing this song or even like you said someone who's written it, if you're going through something and you're writing that song as you're going through it, that is healing for you, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You're pouring it out.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And
Wow.
when I tell you, so many people said that that song blessed them in
Mhm.
such a mighty way, man. And it's just like, when I wrote it, it blessed me.
Yeah, yeah.
And because I know it was going through me. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
know that it wasn't of me. But if you really stop and think, and you stop and say, okay, okay, okay,
Hmm.
and you connect the dots, it's like God is just work. Just like when I turned the camera on, I said, we got to do this now. God just downloads stuff.
That's right.
And I
That's
told
right.
her, you were right with it, like right away.
Yeah.
You know, it's deep. I'm looking to see if, because I know that it was on, a lot of people have it downloaded already, and I could play that because it's my song, but I had a producer and everything, so I'm not sure how that works because I would have to explain that to
What's
YouTube
the name?
and all that. It's called It's You, and it's still in mine. I'm looking at it now.
Let me see if I can search it.
And a lot of people, have it, and they've told me, a million times it has blessed them. I was trying to see if this part was still on, if this was still on right now.
No, I don't. Well, I'm on Spotify.
I was it on Spotify? This is what it looks like. So if you see it, let me pull it up. And I remember at one point it was on there for years, and then you have to pay to keep it on there. And I know the producers put it on there. So let me see real quick. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Let me try to pull it. Let me see. This is what it looks like. Came out May 6th, my daughter's birthday, 2017.
It's
And
you.
that's Queen P that sang it. It's You. And I could play it still on mine because it's downloaded and it's in the Christian gospel section. And I premiered it when I had a women's conference. And to be able to play that for everybody to hear that. I'm trying to see. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Let's see.
I don't see it.
Do you see it on I don't think it's on, I don't know if it's on Spotify.
I went to Amazon Music.
It was on, this is Apple Music.
Oh, Apple Music. Okay.
Mhm. But I remember she told me that she was taking off because you have to, I think, do it's so like she had it on for it was on for a certain amount of time. You guys see it. But I don't know. I mean, and people that have it, we've talked about it, and they're still able to play it.
Play it.
I'm trying to see. Can you see? Is it still there? I'm not sure.
No, I don't see. I just went to Apple Music. I don't see it.
Okay, and it's still on mine, probably because I have it downloaded.
What's the artist name again?
Queen P,
Queen S. Okay,
like the
let me
letter
see.
P. You see it?
I see. No, it doesn't come up with that. It's not coming up.
Okay. Well, I'll see if it's still wherever because I know I had got the notice that I guess it's like a wait 18, 19, 21, 2. It might have been on there for 6 years
Mm-hmm.
or 7 years, and it would have to be put back on there. Um, but yeah, it's a beautiful song. And
Oh,
I wish I can
I
play it right now, but
I
I
wish you
don't
could send
know.
it to me
I can
so I
send
could.
it to you. Let me
Yeah,
see.
send it
I'm
to
gonna
me
try
so
to
I could
send it
hear
to
it.
you right now to see. Let me see. Tell me if you get it right now because I should be able to play it because I wrote it, but I didn't. And I was in the studio like this is how I want the music to go. I produced it and
Mm-hmm.
all that, but I didn't create the music because I'm not a musician. So I know with those, it's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. All right. I forgot my phone is on Do Not Disturb because I put it on so I don't be disturbed while I'm.
Let me see. Trying to send it. Let's see. Well, we'll figure that out. But yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't even expecting this to even say that. But yeah, there's so many. Oh yeah. But yeah, there's so many songs out there that inspire. And I'm looking like I'm not a singer. So if you're a singer out there, maybe Reba, I can write you a song, honey, and we could do this thing again because Reba has an amazing voice. She became my friend when I was probably 30, maybe 6 or 7. We were in a play together called Misplaced Affections. It was in DC. And I think about that because I was like 36 or 37. I think we were the older ones in the play. And we just kind of connected. And that ain't even that old, right? And she was a singer. I was Crystal. I was the lawyer. I was the lawyer in the play. And we just had it was a good time. But I met her and got a lifelong sister, but she can sing her face off. So maybe we could do a phase 2 of It's You. And Sheila on the background.
Yeah, I'll do the talking parts. Write some talking
Yeah.
parts.
Right, right. I told you, look, I was all in the studio. I was like, I just gotta let me just get on the mic. And I was like, thank you, God. And you can literally hear it's all breathy. Girl, I was like, thank you, God. And you can hear it at the end of the song. Look, I feel like I really I can't play it because I don't want them YouTube to shut my video down talking about copyright, even though I wrote it, but I didn't play the
Yeah.
music. But yeah. Any other song you want to give before we end? Look, I'm gonna give you the floor one
Uh,
more time, then we're gonna get on out of here.
let me see. I was going to say Kurt Carr.
I had
Um,
which one? I have one on
um, God kept me. You kept me. Till hold on, I have it right here. I almost let go. I almost let go.
and that's
Oh,
Jacqueline Carr's
oh,
uncle.
I did not really.
Yep, Carr, Jacqueline Carr, Kurt Carr, the Kurt Carr singers. That's her uncle, I
I
believe.
did not know that.
Mhm.
But that one, I love that song. That's a really good song. Um, there's like so many. I mean, literally, we could be on here. You said 15 minutes. It's been an hour. We could be on here for another two
Look,
hours
I
talking
tried
about
to end it a couple times,
talking
and you
about
just kept
songs.
praising the Lord. I
But it's
tried to, you kept praising the Lord, and I
but
couldn't
it's
cut you
like,
off.
it's like, but it's just so many out there
Yeah,
are so uplifting and so um that could just help you, like I said, get through so many things,
yeah,
um and not only that, just the good worship songs.
yeah,
There's a Maverick City music. They
yeah,
have
yeah,
an
a lot.
amazing,
Yeah.
Evolution worship. It's a church in North Carolina, and they also have a singing group, and they make some awesome music.
Yeah.
They have a song out called Praises. They have a song called Graves in the Garden, which is really beautiful.
Mm.
Um, so I'll send those to you. It's just so many, and um I you see from when gospel music first started and
Yeah.
how it's changing, and
With Shirley Caesar and Dottie
it's
Peoples and all of
yeah,
that.
Dottie
Yeah.
Peoples,
Yeah.
and now you have the newer people
Clark
coming out
sisters.
with the music that, and it's still good music.
Yeah.
Um
But let's talk
because the
about the
message
Clark
is still the
singers
same.
and how they made that. They kicked the door down and got all the
That's
heat.
right.
That was even before Kirk Franklin, when you brought the sunshine. It was like
Mhm.
reggae
Yeah.
kind of, and they were
Yeah.
told that, where Kirk Franklin said, "You told me gospel was going too far." They were even doing that before that. You know how it
Yeah.
was Stop? Man, when I heard Stop and I saw Salt from Salt and Pepper
So
in that,
yes.
do
Oh,
you
that
know how
right,
that
I
I was
know. Oh
like,
my goodness,
"So
right?
both my worlds can come together like that?" Think
And it
about
was
it.
and the funny part was that that's when when that came out, that's when I kinda, like, recommitted myself, got baptized, and went through,
Yeah,
um, a big change in my life when that
yeah.
when and gospel music went. I'm like, "Whoa, that's different than what I was used to
It
hearing,"
is.
but
It is.
it was
Kirk
amazing,
Franklin,
so
he changed the game and he got the
yeah,
heat for all of that. And
yeah,
as we end, like you said, we could go all day, but thank you for it all, Marvin Sapp. We talked about that, but
mhm.
Kirk's newest song, All Things, I'm talking about all
Poor
things. You know that
thing.
song? That's my
Yes.
song. But I also BB Winans Laughter Just Like Medicine. Do you know that song?
No, I don't think I've heard
And
that.
I heard it today, like,
Mhm.
very clearly, and I was like, "Is this new? Is this like, what is this?" But then I'm like, "But I heard it before because I was singing it, but I forgot about it
Yeah,
apparently."
yeah, yeah.
But Laughter Just Like
Hmm.
Medicine is good, and you know how BB Winans be grooving on the
Yes, yes. The whole
one of
Winans family. Come
man,
on.
speaking of that, one of my favorite songs, that Millions by the Winans.
Yes. Oh,
Millions didn't make it, but I was one of the
one
ones
of the
who
ones who did.
did.
Mhm. Yes.
Man, that right there, if
Yes.
that don't
Woo!
man,
Ew,
that gives
ew.
me the chills because
Yeah.
that shows you how good God is.
Yes,
Man, oh
yes.
man. All right, we're gonna end because we're gonna be talking about this all day long. And it's a song. Well, let me put y'all on the song. So it was a movie real quick. It was called Praise This, and it was with Chloe, like Chloe and Halle. But it's a song, and it's about a God, it's about a church, almost like the prodigal daughter kind of thing. And Chloe praises,
Mhm.
but it's a little song on there. It's about like 2-3 minutes long, but it's called "Don't Worry About Me." Like, I'm gonna be all right. I got God all over my life. Like, that is a song. If you talking about just a quick little
Mm.
reminder, that's my song. It's just so many, it's so
I'm telling you,
many.
it is.
It's so many, but I appreciate you, coming on at like a what,
Ah,
12-minute notice. Because again, God was like, give the people some songs that will
yeah,
inspire and motivate because we know
that's
that this
right.
life is lifing and folks are really going through it. And sometimes they
Mhm,
don't know how to speak to God or to worship or to praise or give thanks, or they forget how big their God is, and they think about how big the problem is opposed to how big
mhm,
God is, right? They're thinking that they don't know how to make it or how to make it through, or they don't even realize how blessed and how favored they are,
they are. That's
you
right.
know? So sometimes
That's
the
right.
songs, even though you got a catchy beat or it's a nice flow or production, you're thinking, but as you sing, you're reciting those
That's
words and
right.
you're
That's
speaking
right.
them and you're declaring, decreeing, and claiming these things
Mhm.
into your life, right?
Amen. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Bec-
That's right.
Kirk Franklin's smile, right? Just even telling
Mhm.
you, just smile. Something as simple like as that can take you a long way. All right,
That's
you got
right.
the floor as we end. What you got to say? Because we leaving.
I just
We leaving for real, y'all. We leaving
I
for real.
okay. I just got to say this one thing.
See?
Um,
Look at it.
no, Kiki shared,
Mm.
made this song, sang this song, and I'm gonna leave on this note, and because I'm piggybacking off of what you said, and sometimes people don't know how what to pray for, how to pray, how to worship. Sometimes she sang a song that if I can't say anything, I just wave my hand, right? Just worship, wave your hand, and God knows your heart. If you can't say a
Mm.
word,
So you
just
stand. So Donnie Clerk McClurkin said
mm-hmm,
stand, as Charles talked about. Kiki is saying if you can't say, just wave your hand.
wave your hands. If I can't say a word,
And
just wave your hand. Just that's right.
and Vashawn Mitchell
So
says there's nobody greater.
there's nobody greater. Come on, come on. On that note, it's nothing more to say, right? I love you, sis.
I love you too, everybody. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And hopefully, we inspired you to add some of these songs to your playlist or to play them when you're going through it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already started following me on Talk That God Talk on Instagram and you follow me at Lenice, please go over there as well. It's about 88 followers over there on that Talk That God Talk Instagram. So I would love to see that type of content get more viewers. And of course, it has views and followers. It has nothing to do with me. It's bringing people to the word of God in an entertaining way. I mean, this wasn't a boring show as we're talking about it. And I want to eradicate that where it's all stuffy. It ain't all stuffy to love the Lord. And I'm
No, it's
so
not.
glad that we can do that openly. People wouldn't talk about their love for God openly, or they wouldn't talk that God talk because they didn't want to lose a job or lose, their career, or people told them don't talk about God because you might be dealing with someone who doesn't believe in God or this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, your relationship with God is sacred and it's personal. And he is the one that created all this. Ain't nobody self-made over here.
Nope.
It's God leading the way, and we're the
That's right.
lights shining back on him. All right, Sheila. Thank you everybody for watching. I know y'all about to
Love
watch
you.
that Super Bowl, but the Ravens ain't in it. But it is
All the
what it is.
76ers, all the
All things.
76ers. So
We about to start watching basketball right now. It's over. All right. So
all
we're gonna
right.
see Usher. Usher might not be praising the Lord, but he gonna get the party started.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching, whether you're watching live or the playback. If this blessed you, please share it out and bless someone else. God bless y'all. Peace.